Hey guys, this is Saints Fan Reactions, and I just got home from work and saw they dropped a new trailer for the new remake of Pet Sematary. Growing up, Pet Sematary was. Ooh, I don't have my mic down. Growing up, Pet Sematary was probably one of the most terrifying things I remember seeing as a kid. I think I saw it when I was like 12, maybe. It came out in the 80s, so I was like 5 or 6 when it came out, but I didn't see it till like a couple years later, probably 12 years old. And all I remember is, spoiler alert, the Pat's cow. I think his name was Pat's cow. He was the guy who was hit by the tractor trailer that kept haunting the father of the family. Just the image of him, because he was horrifically hit by the truck in real life. So the image of him as a ghost that would haunt the father was totally grotesque, like spliced down his head, like his part of his body was like hanging off, like he just had bones and flesh hanging all over and stuff. And he would just randomly, it was like the first movie I could remember where it had terrifying jump scares, because like the dad would just turn around and Pat's cow would be there, like just sitting there, like not doing anything, just like, and like literally be like, "What's up, dude?" Like that was before jump scares were jump scares, and it terrified me. But the worst, the wife, the mother of Gage, the little kid that gets hit, her sister had some sort of disease, extreme form of like scoliosis or something, and was hunched over and all bent up, and and she would tell stories about how her bones would crack and creak and stuff. And I remember the flashback to the sister was utterly terrifying, because she wasn't even like a ghost or anything. She was just like a mean, disease-ridden person. Like I felt bad, but at the same token, she was horrible and terrifying. It always has held a special place in my heart because it's one of the freakiest movies. And Pet Sematary 2 was definitely more of like a less mainstream movie, but had a lot of famous like 80s, 90s actors in it, and was also extremely horrifying. Not going to get into it, but let's watch this one. I saw the first trailer. It kind of looked like it was going in a different direction. Like almost like in the first trailer, it looked like little kids were forming some sort of like cult and like marching around with masks and stuff and going up to the pet cemetery. That is, maybe that's like the book, because I never read the book. I'm a big fan of Stephen King. Read a couple. I've read It and The Langoliers, stuff like that. The Stand, love The Stand. One of my favorite, making a mini series of it, but never read Pet Cemetery. So maybe that's more along the lines of the book, but let's check it out.
In the woods today, LA discovered a charming little landmark.
The pet cemetery.
Place to bury our pets and remember them. Might seem scary, but it's not. Perfectly natural. Just like dying is natural.
The whole town's been using this place for generations. Folks make a kind of ritual out of it.
See, all that's much different than the original.
It's not some campfire story.
Saw these in the trees up there.
They're warnings. The local tribes carved them before they fled. They fear that place. There's something up there.
I love John Lithgow. Great.
The dates way back. Those woods belong to something else.
Something
That cat was dead.
that brings things back.
Cheers.
Is the girl get hit, not the guy? They flipped it. I think the girl dies, not the little
I know what
boy.
you're thinking of doing. But they don't come back the same.
Oh, God.
Daddy.
I got
What's going on?
chills.
Hug your daughter. I should never have shown you that place. Your child is not the only thing that will come back.
The barrier is broken. We have a
Ah, the scoliosis girl.
Sometimes dead is better.
Ah, that was from the first one too. Very cool. I like it much better than the first trailer. The first trailer, I mean, always the first trailer is kind of just throwing it at you. That was actually going very deep into the story. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the first one, but in the first one, Gage is the little boy. Gage gets hit by the tractor trailer, and they repeated all that. He cuts the grandfather's Achilles tendon when he's going up the stairs, and he falls back. It's gruesome. His whole friggin' foot detaches and stuff. So they went that angle, but they used the daughter instead. In the original, the daughter is like very traumatized by the death of the little brother, and I think she might be the one that instigates burying the brother there. I'm also happy yet disturbed to see that they did bring back who I'm guessing is the wife's sister who has the disease, which was cracking the bones and stuff. It was very reminiscent of the first one, but maybe even more disturbing because now they have special effects. Looks very cool. I love John Lithgow. I can't remember the name of the guy, the actor who plays the father, but he always plays like a very creepy role, but very well. Don't remember the actor's name. There was no other kids in the original. There wasn't like a band of kids that hiked into the woods and buried pets or something. Like there's literally like like a masked clan of children doing God knows what. Maybe they're all dead. I don't know. But that aspect wasn't in it. The African American guy that was in the doctor's office who sat, and that holds true too. The guy was a doctor. Actually, he was a veterinarian in the second one. I don't remember what the guy was in the first one. I'm guessing he was a doctor too. But in the second one, he was definitely a veterinarian. The African American guy that sat up, I'm pretty sure it looked to me like Pat's cow, but in the original, he was a white guy. But he had similar injuries as Pat's cow. Like they only showed him briefly, but it looked like he has whacked in the head, and he was giving me the impression that they were trying to make you feel like he was Pat's cow, because that's what Pat's cow did. He would just randomly sit up and be like, "Hello, good sir." I can't remember the guy's name in the movie. Randomly in the background, just being creepy, but he was kind of there to help the family. From what I remember, Pat's cow was creepy and scary, but he was more or less telling the father, like explaining to him, like, you need to stop this. From what I remember, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me. But I think that looks really cool. Much better than the first trailer. Honestly, with the first trailer, I wasn't expecting much. It kind of brought me like down a weird road because of the whole kid cult thing, and they focused a lot on that in the first trailer. This definitely showed a lot more. Very cool. Anyway, if you like it, comment, let me see what you think, and like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.